friends, we are here tonight to play Garbage and Glory, the latest +1 game from wetinkgames. I'm Matthew Orr of wetinkgames. Brandon's showing off the book. We've brought in a friend. Megan has one too.
Also showing off the book.
That's right. That's right. Look, I've got a book. We all got a book. Everybody's got a book. Fantastic. So, we're going to walk through some of the stuff. This is sort of I don't know, perhaps my goal is to have a rotating cast of characters. We're going to explore lots of stuff in the raccoon world, hopefully get to all the different pieces of the game to show it off. We're going to start with some stuff. We got two players, two raccoons, two raccoons versus the world. We'll find out what they're going to do. And then, like in a, sort of western edge of the city sort of thing, maybe what they do tonight will affect other things that happened in future weeks, future episodes. So I'm going to introduce my players, and then they are going to tell us who they are playing. And then we're going to start in with the first little bit of rumors because, every great story every great adventure starts with a rumor. So tonight I am joined in my playing by Megan Jaffe. Megan, give us a brief introduction and tell us who you're playing.
Hi, I'm Megan Dawson Jaffe. I am CEO of Nerdy City, and I am playing tonight Maglan, Dampus, Speaker for the Pile.
Excellent. And Brandon.
What was your title again, Megan?
I'm
what was your title again?
Oh, Speaker for the Pile.
Speaker for the Pile. All right.
Yeah.
And who are you playing, Brandon? Brandon Aten is here. Brandon, who are you playing?
Hi, I'm Brandon Aten. I'm the co-owner and business director of wetinkgames, and I'm absolutely loving this already. I'm playing Effluvia 2-Bits. She's a mess magus. And her title is the Wielder of the Waste Wind.
Such good names.
She is the Waste Wind is kind of like her that's where she channels her stink from.
Excellent. So this is fun because we basically have two magic folk, one the trash magic and one the pile magic, which roughly equivalents to other games where you might have arcane magic and divine magic. It's roughly what we're doing here. So we'll see what these two magic using raccoons get up to.
No good, I can tell you that.
Shit, for real. All right, so you've got some things that you might be interested in. And especially given your pile connections there, Maglan, you've been invited to go to a ceremony, a distant, divine. And a dumpster diviner has invited you to come. There's an evening sunset ritual that you might want to participate in. Really connects you to the pile. So there's that. But there's having. He hopes it goes off successfully because there's been some threats from the neighbors. So that you're not really sure what that is, but that's one piece that's out there. You also have reports that there's a cesscaster who is missing. Famous Raga of the dim danks has gone missing. Might need some help finding out what happened to Raga. And also it is another thing that is coming up soon is the One-Eyed Crow's birthday. The One-Eyed Crow is a figure you have tangled with before, maybe not in always a positive way, but definitely politically you cannot ignore that it is the One-Eyed Crow's birthday, and so there might be some fences to mend if you go down there and do that, but somebody has to go do that from the raccoon. So those are my three adventure hooks.
Healthy respect for the One-Eyed Crow.
Yeah, so those are my three adventure hooks for you all. What interests you from those three adventure hooks?
Let's see. mean, I do love the pile. So the ceremony at the pile sounds pretty cool. But I don't know, man. The birthday of the one-eyed crow sounds like that's the place to be this evening.
Yeah, I was thinking about Raga for a little bit, and then I'm like, no, One-Eyed Crow's birthday.
Yeah,
All right.
crow.
All right. So you all have to travel then to the one-eyed crow is unusual in that her kingdom is underground in what is known as the Nightlands, where the sun never shines. So you'll have to travel down to the Nightlands. So for
Land of the blind, one-eyed crow is king.
yeah, something like that. All right. That's perfect. So okay, so that's the rumor, that's the story hook. Now, one of the things about Garbage and Glory that we've designed it, and all the +1 games kind of have like a thing that they have that it's the beginning of the adventure that kind of sets the tone for the adventure. So what happens for that and I'm being didactic because that's the whole point of this video, is to show people how to play the game. So it starts with what we call the stakes. We're going to set the stakes for the adventure. Now, that's a sort of bidding process that happens at the beginning, and then the idea is that you as the players don't know how the stakes are going to come back. So you want to bid them up because, like, the higher you set the stakes, the more rewards are on the table, but also the higher you set the stakes, the more stuff you're going to have to overcome in the process of the adventure in order to get to the reward. So it's kind of a little bit of a balance. It's kind of not. So in this the stakes for this adventure are at least 2, because there's 2 of you. So it's going to start at least 2. So you both know that you have done something in the past to offend the one-eyed crow or the crows that live in the Nightlands. You know that. But like, is that it? Is that how many offenses do you think you would have to pay for? And so the way this works here is that, like, you're going to raise the stakes by saying, oh, well, I also insulted her this way. And then the next person will be like, oh, I also insulted her this way. So you're going to be like kind of telling a little bit of a story. And every time you add to it, you'll raise that stake. You'll go up one by one until one of you says, like, no, we weren't that rude. Okay. And so that will fix the number. And there's only 2 of you, so it's gonna maybe go pretty. I mean, the limit is 10, so you can't. That's as high as you can raise it. If it's already at 10, you can't raise it anymore. What'd you say, Brandon?
Let's not get to 10.
Yeah, that's probably be bad. But so the stake starts as 2. I'm going to say to you, Maglan. Maglan, I'm going to start with you, and you have the stakes. You can raise the stakes, or you can, because you'll raise the stake, you'll raise the reward of the adventure, or you don't raise the stakes. You can come out with a naysay. But if you've got an insult that you remember giving, you can describe that or naysay right now.
Oh, if only I hadn't filched the very finest of shinies from right under the claws of the one-eyed crow's favorite hedge crow, but the pile demanded.
Perfect.
I think that's. I remember that. That was, you came back and you were talking about that for a long time. The pile will reward you, I'm sure.
All right, Effluvia. Stakes are raised. You can raise it to 4 with a story of your own insult or offense to the birthday, to the Maiden of Honor, or you can say, like, nope, we weren't that mean. It's to you.
I have a putrid putrid grenade that I had crafted, and one of the things that I that I used for this device was I needed a rotten egg. I didn't know that the crows were still in mourning over this unhatched egg. Nobody told me. I was already working.
Oh
Yeah.
That's bad. All right, it's back to you, Maglan. Do you have any other stories about offenses that you might have? This will raise the you can raise the stakes to 5, or you can keep them at 4.
no. Well, they do really need to be more careful about where they put their dead. Because sometimes when you find a pile of feathers and bones and other bits, you may shovel them into your bag very quickly and take them back to, the pile and for a midnight snack and not realize that you stumbled across a crow burial. It happens sometimes. I don't think they were that important to the one-eyed crow. Certainly not one of their children.
There's a lot of we've got dark already here. All right, so it's back to you, Effluvia. The stakes are currently at 5. You could raise them again, or you can naysay this and say no. That's it. That's all the trouble we've caused.
That's all that I can remember. I think that's and some offenses maybe I'm sure they have forgotten these happen, right?
All right.
Like they're not that smart.
He's dead and gone.
All right. So, Brandon, as Effluvia, you've declared that no more. That's the end of the stakes. So 5 is the stake. So I've laid them out here on the board, on our virtual tabletop. You've got 5 garbage cards there. So you will immediately get 5 garbage for being the naysayer and stopping the bidding up right there. Now, the bonus there is that if the adventure is completed successfully, Maglan, you will collect 5 bonus glory at the end of this adventure. Should you survive, which you probably, so you'll get that as the bonus. But Effluvia, as the naysayer right now, gets that garbage. So you can collect that garbage off the board there.
Give me garbage.
Yeah. All right. Awesome.
Ooh.
All right. Now I'm going to... All right. Okay, so since you know where this is, we didn't really define what your place looks like, but we'll maybe get back to like your home base in a bit. But like, suffice it to say, you have to travel to a little while. You go down to probably a culvert of some sort. There's probably like an opening. I imagine that this is a common pathway. I'm picturing like sort of a partially collapsed street that has sort of like almost like a beaten path that the animals who travel in and out of this sewer have the partially collapsed street has collapsed into a hill of packed debris, and it's almost like a nice convenient ramp to go down this hole into the underground, into this entrance to the Nightlands. Maybe it's a tight squeeze. You have to wriggle a little bit, but that's par for the course. And you can do...
Joke's on you, I love wriggling.
Yeah, for real. So what is the I'm thinking about skills. So what kind of skills I'm wondering here, do either of you, any of you have, let me look at the character sheet. I know how to play this game, I promise.
I have lore,
Yeah.
speak, pearl, and snoop.
Snoop might be a good one. Because I do want you to find some stuff.
Yeah, Effluvia. I mean, I really like to, burrow through stuff and dig and sometimes the waste wind helps me in that regard. But if I'm going through here, we can always find really interesting things on the way to the Nightlands. So yeah, I got my eyes peeled.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't. I don't want this to be that challenging of a check, so I'm going to say this is a target number 2. Roll Snoop with target number 2 and see what to see if you find. To see what you find.
Okay. I have 1 in Snoop. I am going to buy 3 dice because I have 4 in Guts, so I'm going to roll a total of 4. And I'm going to hold on to 1 for a reroll if I need it. I got a 5, a 6, a 6, and a 3.
All right. I mean, you can bump that up to a 4th success or try to if you want to, but
I'm going to bump that up. I'm going to actually.
How many points were you holding on to?
I was only holding on to 1. So.
Okay, you could reroll, but
Well, I mean, I may as well burn it and see if I can.
I mean,
re-roll it.
you've already got the 2 you needed. So there you go. You spin it. You got 4 successes, way more than you need. I definitely can detect that amongst all the creatures that you smell. You smell the porcupine that came through here yesterday. You can smell like some of there were definitely birds down here that are making their way. Somebody bought both living and dead bird. You could smell chicken. Somebody had some chicken fingers down here somewhere. Like, you can smell all that kind of stuff. But the thing that kind of pierces through the sense and really not necessarily overwhelms you, but like you're just, oh, I noticed this for real, is rats. Rats are in the area as well. Now, you smell it. You smell it.
And Effluvia does exactly that. Like,
Right.
all right. And she takes her staff, and just kind of like pounds it on the ground a little bit, cracks her little knuckles.
Excellent. So you've been warned about the rats. You smelled them there. I want you to both kind of, I mean, this is sort of like a free play narrative sort of thing. Like, tell us some of your progress through the underground. Now, and when I say the Nightlands, like, this is like different from the sewers. The Nightlands are just like any of that underground city infrastructure, right? So like the subway, like steam tunnels, like there's all kinds of like things that aren't necessarily like flowing with water, but like different layers of the city that are underground is what gets called the Nightlands. Yeah, the ziggurat feet that the city is built on top of, right down there at the bottom. So I don't know.
Age for rats once.
Yeah.
So give me a couple scenes of your progress through to this area or through this area, and we'll just as a narrative, like sort of beat, like what's some things you see, some things you do. No skill rolls unless you want to make a skill roll, but what's the story of getting through this area of this underground area?
Like, I think the way this kind of culvert goes in, once we start scurrying around through some of these networks and tunnels, and just the path the most frequent travel path that we know, one of them looks like the lower level of like an old, it looks like an old food court, like it had been like an eatery in like an old mall, but this has been closed for who knows how long, before I was around. And so it's just, every once in a while you see one of those big tall ogres in here with a clicky click, and yeah, it's just there's paint all over the walls, and it's just, you know,
Yes, the pile claims it.
yes, it has been reclaimed for the pile. It's been so long that it rarely even smells of that anymore. It's just dust.
Dust. Wow. All right. Are there any, as a expert in trash magic, is there any sort of runic inscription that you might be able to identify here in this room? Do you think? Is there any sort of like? Are any of the inscriptions of significance?
I am gonna roll lore to see if they are of any significance. I feel as though some of these may be like names or altars of long dead gods. I saw there's one over there. I'm gonna take a look at it. I have lore. I have 2 dice in lore. I'm going to buy 2 more, and I'm going to hold 2 points back. I have a 3, a 4, and 2 5s. So my 2 5s are successes. I'm going to spend a point to turn my 4 into a 5. And then I'm going to spend my last point to re-roll my 3. It is another 5. So I have 4 5s.
Man, you're crushing it there with that. So yeah, what
my dice have these
Better than your
cute
litter
little
man
raccoon
ephemera.
paws on. So little raccoon faces.
Yeah. These are the branded dice. Great. So yeah, I mean, what arcane significance do you detect from the this room?
So there's the it looks like the shrine to it looks like a shrine to the triangle Sabaro, and the shrine to the triangle. I know it at one point there had been tales of a stink that had come out of here. It was one of the stinks that we have that burns, and I know that every once in a while, you'd hear a rumbling in the walls, and then the fire stink will come out, and then sometimes if you have the right garbage, you can capture the fire stink.
All right.
The fire stink hasn't come in a long time.
There's some world building going on here. I'm making notes. Great. Maglan.
Truly one of the mythic exhalations of our pilot savior.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, it has been rumored that the fire stink does bring you closer to the pile, but you have to breathe it.
Yeah, okay.
And I don't like breathing the fire stink.
All right. Maglan, what
I'll find some.
we've left.
If there's any leftover fire stink.
That's right.
I got some too.
Yeah, give us a scene. What do you see? And if you want to roll something,
So yeah, I'm gonna poke around and look for.
I mean, you do it doesn't have to be in this room. You can describe another room if you want.
Let's see. Well, a lot of times human stink or ogre stink comes from the shinier rooms.
Yes.
Behind the mighty wall in the front, with the cling clangs. So I'm gonna scamper back there and see what I can find. A lot of old boxes dedicated to the triangle. I think briefly about what a ecclesiastical hat that would make for me, but
Oh yeah.
you know what? I'm gonna tuck that in there. Hat.
It's one of those old the pizza clamshell boxes.
Yeah, the pizza boxes.
That's fantastic. I think you can take a garbage card to your hand for that. Grab another card for that.
Best you can.
You haven't gotten to roll yet, so I know you're less familiar with the +1 system. So like, if you want to make a roll here to like find something or learn something or pass through somewhere, we can help you walk through it, and our listeners to walk through it. But if you've got something in particular you want to do, investigation or not investigate, but like something you want to try based on what you've got.
Yeah. I was going to try to do a snoop because I really have very little in the way of smarts. Maglan's about faith and not thinking about it
Perfect.
too hard.
Perfect. Yeah. So
So,
I'm
I've got,
gonna say this is open TN, so that means that like there's no set target number, but just if the more successes you get, the more successful you'll be. If you want to try Snoop, so I say it out loud. I mean, Brandon knows how to do it, so he was already doing it. But like, you start with the number of dice equal to your points in training, and then you can manipulate the dice with the number of your rank in however many ranks of the attribute you have. So Snoop is guts. So how many marks in guts do you have?
I have 4 marks in guts.
4 marks in guts. So you'll be able to manipulate your dice pool 4 times over the course of the roll. And these
I
aren't.
was gonna go all out. I'm just gonna buy 4 dice.
Buy 4 dice and roll. Hey, you're all about faith. That's what you said.
Doing it.
Well, I love that.
I'm called to explore. No, 2, no 2, and another. He really likes 2s.
Oh no.
So that was 4 2s.
So how many dice did you start with?
Yeah,
Oh,
did you
sorry,
start
and
with
that's
any
right.
ranks in Snoop?
I started with 1 dice. So.
Okay, so if you bought 4 extra dice, you get 1 more dice to roll.
Okay. Ooh, a whole 3.
Well, perhaps the pile does not smile on you right now, but you have found your diadem. Nothing else of significance located back here, though.
I will, if it please the garbage master, I will come across a shrine to the naked ogre goddess. Is that you find sometimes in establishments like this, which I will immediately deface because that shall have no other naked gods before pile or something. No. I scratch it up.
Oh,
Those are words you've heard before. Yeah, and I think so. Yeah, I think I'm going to add to the fiction here that this is you definitely like because you're snooping around, you didn't get any successes, but like I think that you found this altar, somewhere hidden back in this in the back area here. Definitely you feel sort of like almost like not that it's negative pile energy, but there's definitely like this has been sort of like your defacement is inspired by the fact that like this is like nobody back here is in support of the pile. They're erecting these other deities, and I mean you can see the
Can't stand for them.
you can't stand it, but this is like it's probably rats again, right? This is like these are deities that are the reverence being paid is being paid in something that you can identify as like this is the way rats worship this, like either it's just from like maybe tiny little handprints on the base of the altar and on the walls spreading around, like sort of greasy. There's some are greasy and some are like made in almost like dyes, that are colored. So there's like kind of a yellow and real sickly green sort of like element to like, and there's just overlapping little tiny handprints just on the base of this thing and on its legs and like around the walls and on the floor, kind of spreading out, and like diffuse. The circle gets more diffuse, but there's been like this sort of ritualistic touching of stuff, and like lots of little tiny hands have been here in the past. So you've found something disturbing, but it is okay.
So you've taken that shrine and you've depiled it.
Yeah.
I apologize for nothing.
Also, I poop on.
All right, I am okay. So I wanted to set some up and let you roll some stuff. I think there's sort of like this is a kind of going to be a condensed adventure, just to kind of like show some stuff off. I think that I'm going to ask if you want to do I don't know that we have enough time to do a little combat tonight because of when we got started and all that kind of stuff. So we could do.
Can I use a spell? On my trash bag?
I mean, I guess like you're still in that. You're still like on your way to the birthday. Like I think we can.
I'd like to use the trash magic spell detect.
Okay.
And I would like to look for more of or the source of that dye that was on the little handprints.
Okay.
Because maybe if there are rats here and the rats are uninvited by the one-eyed crow, then maybe we can curry favor by taking care of them.
Hey, I like that. I like that idea. All right, so I'm looking at detect. So I think that's. I think it's going to be like a simple thing. This is like paints and grease paints. This is not a complex thing. So that gives you a target number of 2 for the spell.
And so I have 3 dice in trash magic.
Okay, so that's your starting pool.
And I have 4 smarts.
It's
all in all, I have pretty good smarts, pretty good guts.
Yeah, I think you can get. I think you can get two successes out of that roll. I imagine.
I'm just gonna spend them all.
Yeah.
I got 2 successes on 7.
Hey, 2 successes. That's all you need. Awesome.
I got a bunch of 2s. I got some 3s, and I got a 5 and a 6.
Yeah. Okay. So you're sensing you. I mean, trash magic is like done with reagents and stuff like that. Like it's you're unleashing the inherent capabilities of the trash. So like I don't know if you want to give a little quick description of
garbage. That right? If I'm not mistaken.
You don't have to spend a garbage, no, but like not to cast the spell.
Okay. All right.
But narratively, there is you're doing something with trash to cast the magic.
Because Effluvia is the wielder of the waste wind, one of the things she is doing is a lot of inks and dyes, have a very particular aroma or scent. And so she will take out some scrap paper or like a newspaper that had 4-color printing on it, and take some of that in an old comic book page, and she takes them and they ignite, and like the 4 colors kind of swirl together and blow with the waste wind, right? And so it kind of guides us as we down this path. We just need to follow the little the little cloud of colored stuff.
Yeah, I think that's a great description. I think that is what you're doing. Yeah, I mean, definitely like there does seem to be, it is sort of like definitely pulling you in the right direction. Like you feel that wind. It's like a tracking sort of like lets you, it kind of moves at a slow enough speed that you can kind of like follow that air movement as it's like those fragments of color that you described are tracking through the nightlands, out from this like abandoned shrine area, and then down further hallways and down through sort of like a broken up plane. I'm trying to describe a staircase. It doesn't say staircase, but like, it's a descending a set of little plateaus that descend down deeper down. And you've come out along there's sort of an enormous underground. I mean, you've seen the blackstone surfaces where the ogres travel in their big beasts, and this has a very similar feel to that. It's very straight, but it's definitely underground, but it's very straight, and there is it goes off into the distance in both directions from like where you've entered this room, and you can feel sort of like you can feel the cold darkness going off into you can't see the end either side. It's like a room that is thin and long and just goes. It reminds you of travel ways that ogres use. So you're about to ask something.
That has a bunch of the beasts that are all lined up and they're really loud, and it just devours a whole bunch of them and they go away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I remember being here before.
Right. There's no beast of any sort here now, but it's got the like little sheltered sort of like trough that the giant beast travels through. The ogres have somehow tamed this beast to travel in this little trough, and it does that.
Trail of the beast.
Right.
I think following the trail of the beast is a good thing.
Right. I mean, this colored vapor that you're tracking is you're down in this room and it's going off along on the side of this trough.
Okay. Yeah. Don't touch that one over there. That one hurt.
Yeah, I don't know if there's. Yeah, I don't. There's.
I know that one. Don't touch that. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I saw brother Lightning Tail after that.
Oh yeah.
That's how he got his name.
That's how he got his name, Brother Lightning Tail.
Still faintly smokes to this day.
All right. I think you're on this trail. You can track this. We will accelerate this. Let me think about how exactly the pulling the levers of trying to do this on the fly and also end at the time that we said we would end at. All right. Yeah, I think. Let me see. Okay, so I'm going to give you. This is the choice I'm going to give you, right? So you have been to, or you have the directions to get to the one-eyed crow's roost, and this trail that you are now following via magic is bypassing that turn. Like it is. You're at a junction. You can go to where you should turn to go to the one-eyed crow's roost is this direction, but the track of the magic that you are following is pulling you forward along the beast's trough that goes further in that direction. You don't know.
I'm inclined to follow the magic, but if you, I look to you about the will of the pile.
Yeah, what were you saying, Maglan?
What direction does the power fart tell you? But you're right. The pile must speak. So I have this calling ability called The Moment Is Right. Discard a glory to draw a garbage, and I feel like that's a form of divination.
Okay.
For Maglan.
Okay.
Because why not?
Sure.
Right.
It just seems like something that a pile worshipping garbage creature would do. Is ah, the pile has spoken.
That's right. Is the trash that you find good enough? If you're like,
Yes,
yes,
exactly.
this is where the pile wants us to go.
Also, again, not very smart, so I'm gonna try discarding a glory to. So where do I discard it?
I think you just set it next to the deck there. I love that interpretation. Now that it's written and out there, it's free for other people to interpret it. I was thinking of it more like, the pile provides in a moment of need. That you can always get get a garbage card if you need one. But that I love that as like a divination thing. It's great. It's perfect.
Yeah.
So what'd you draw as your garbage?
I drew 2 of hearts.
Okay. I will tell you, because we don't have the cards set up. I didn't go. 2 of hearts is a bent bendy straw in the there's a list of all the cards that what they are. If you want it to be a particular piece of trash, which seems appropriate here, that is the particular piece of trash that the 2 of hearts is.
Bent bendy straw.
Mm-hmm.
Which way is it bent?
Yeah. How many bends are in the bendy?
I'm going to let you describe it in complexity, however you want.
I love it.
The bendy straw is chewed at one end by flat ogre teeth, and the bendy part is bent so far as to actually have been fed through itself to form a knot. And the will of the pile is unequivocal in this moment, of course. Had the bendy straw been free and untrammeled, then we would have been able to release ourselves from our obligation and been able to follow your power fart down the hallway here. But the binding of our obligation is clear, and we should continue on to see the one-eyed crow.
All right.
I nod at the, it's obviously the will of the pile. You've interpreted this. I just watch the colors disperse, and we'll go towards the roost.
Stick the bendy straw into the various objects that I have
That you have.
back into. Oh yeah, just absolute.
I love it.
Excellent. Well, I think that is a perfectly good place to suspend our adventure for this recording session. It's a good cliff. It's sort of a cliffhanger. Like a decision has been made. A way forward is opened.
I love it.
Brandon and Megan, thank you so much for playing this game with me for the session. We'll be back again to explore more of what Maglan and Effluvia are doing down in the Nightlands. Perfect first little session, I think. Thank you so much. And before, I had you do a brief introduction before, but like if there's a place that you want to be found on the internet, what is that place, so that people can find you if they've enjoyed seeing you role play here on this video?
I can be found Megan Dawson Jaffe, can be found at Nerdy City and Nerdy City Inc. all over the place on Instagram and Facebook and Threads and Blue Sky sometimes.
All the places.
Yeah, all the places, and also at various conventions where I play and run our games. You can also find us at Drive-Thru RPG if my sense of whimsy you feel like it'll translate into the games that we make, which it kind of does.
Love it.
Excellent. Thank you. And Brandon, I mean,
I mean,
just
you know,
you can shout out your
Games.
personal stuff if you want, I guess. But like, I don't know, give your address.
yeah, right. No, I mean, but, you know, I think Wedding Games socials,
Yeah.
our Instagram, our Blue Sky, Facebook, I'll be Discord, Wedding Games. That's us.
That's us.
Find our stuff, Drive Through RPG, and get it from your retailers.
That's right. That's right.
Larger distribution. Cha-cha.
That's the plan. That's the way we make the world go round. All right. And thank you so much for watching. We'll be back again with another episode. In this list of exploring Garbage and Glory, playing with some of the rules, finding some adventures. So we want to keep them short and sweet. And so this one's here it is. We'll have another one before you too long. We'll have another one out to you before too long. Trying to condense all my words together. All right. Thank you, and keep on questing for the trash.